Hello everybody and welcome back to the Igor editor. Today I am doing another request. This one is from Rouge GNZ11, and they were pretty much asking how to script a capture objective. Basically how to script something like the capture Papashivili objective from the very first mission, and the capture the Russian officer from the ninth mission. Both of them they're pretty similar, except capture Papashvili, you have to return him to the extraction zone, which gets a little more complicated. But the ninth one has a lot of extra stuff. But yeah, this is pretty complicated. We pretty much have to script an entire mission to do it the Papashvili way. So we're going to have one normal objective, an extraction objective, and then the actual capture objective. And the reason why is because we want it to get marked off, the capture objective. We want that to get marked off at the very last stage of the mission. Because if you just walk up to him, capture him, then get the objective marked off, he could die. You could die, whatever, something weird could happen. And it just looks kind of unprofessional because you haven't actually captured him yet. The only way you can capture him, if everything else is done, he's at the extraction zone, then you actually captured him. So you basically have to complete the mission before you can get that objective, which also ties into the fact that it's an optional objective, which that Papashvili one is also optional, which I didn't know. I always just played that first mission like that was the entire goal of it. But you could actually go kill the tent troops, secure the caves, shoot Papashvili in the face, run back to the extraction zone, get all your guys there, and complete the mission. So yeah, I didn't actually know that. But yeah, it's pretty complicated. You literally have to script an entire mission. So we're gonna delete all this stuff. I recorded this already. This video. It was about an hour long. It was very convoluted, and there's also several ways you can do this too. And I'll probably upload another video, a part 2 to this, where I go through the other variations. But this is just gonna be basically copying the Papashvili objective. So overall, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have set some guards up, and killing them is gonna be the objective, the first objective that makes the target go into captive mode and allows the extraction objective to fire. That's the whole point of this, of the first objective. And then having the extraction objective is basically you returning to the extraction point with the captor. It gets really weird, but I actually have this written down this time, so this will be a little easier. So first, you want to do all the basic stuff. Place your insertion extraction zone, and you can have an insertion zone and an extraction zone, or you can have it be the same one. I'll make it an insertion and extraction, but the important thing is that you have the extraction zone. That's what makes this work. You don't actually need to have a tag for the insertion zone if you're having a separate extraction zone. So we will name this insertion extraction zone. Oh my god. Yeah, my fucking microphone's here, so it's hard to type. Whatever. Insertion extraction zone. Mark those down, whichever way is needed. If it's only insertion, just do insertion, whatever. Now we're going to place down our guys. These first, I'm just gonna put down 3 for the guards. 1, 2, and 3. We will name that team to guards, and then we're gonna do a new team just to make this easier. Gonna put that guy right there. We're gonna rename the team to captive team. Rename the actor captive actor. And that's all we need to place on the map. Everything else is scripting. So yeah. Yeah, now we have to go create a bunch of tags. So you go to script, edit, tags, and now we go crazy with these tags. I really need to get like a paper stand or something. I cannot, Okay, so all the tags, you're gonna need an objective. I need to fucking move this shit around, dude. God damn. Oh, get the fucking microphone over here. If I sound weird, whatever. Fix it in editing or whatever. All right. So all the tags, you're gonna need an objective check timer. Go add that. We're gonna need an end mission timer. A target captured counter. This is probably the most important thing. Target captured counter. Objective counter. This is basically the end mission scripting video, but also adding on an optional objective. That's pretty much what this is. You want each of your objectives to have a timer for them. So the kill guards objective, you'd want to have kill guards complete timer. Extract complete timer, and capture target complete timer. And you don't absolutely need those, but it makes everything look more professional. And then you need a platoon reference, and make it your platoon. Players platoon, and that should be all of those we need to create. Now we go to objectives in the script menu. Then you create all the actual tags for the objectives to be done in so they're able to be marked off and completed. So yeah, this first one is just a tag, and this is what actually shows up in game. So this is gonna be kill guards OBJ, kill the target's guards. Objective 2, capture target, capture the target, and 3, extract OBJ. Oh shit. Add an OBJ on that. You can name these whatever the hell you want. I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible for when shit gets crazy later. Return to extraction. There we go. Now the scripting starts. So first, we're not gonna really touch the whole capturing the guy thing for a little bit, because we need to script an entire mission out. So the first block you make is gonna be just a basic startup one. So you want the trigger to be startup, and then the response is going to be variable set platoon variable. Get that tag you sent, the platoon reference tag you made earlier. And then platoon, yeah, the variable is your tag. The platoon is where it actually like sets the platoon. So get player platoon. You go platoon, query, get player platoon. Just like that. And then you do a set timer command, timer set, and you do the objective check timer, which is gonna end up creating a loop later, or starting the loop. And that's all you need to do with the startup command block. Okay, now we basically script the standard objective of killing these three guys. So, guards are killed. The trigger event for that would be death. Who the fuck is texting me, dude? What the fuck? All members of team of guards have been killed. The team you made earlier. Then the response to that would be you set the timer of the kill guards objective, kill guards complete timer. You set that to go off in 3 seconds. And then you go to captive actor on. And then for the actor, you find the actor you want to capture, which is captive actor for us. So you do that. So now, once we kill these three guys, you'll be able to just walk up to this guy and start the escort of him. But until then, he'll act as an enemy. Which actually I should probably, just so this is easy as possible, make his kit no weapon so he can't even shoot at us. Okay. So there we go. That's all set up. And now we're going to finish scripting the we're going to finish scripting that first objective. So once the guards killed timer expires, then all we do is we objective complete, kill guards, OBJ complete, and then we add a counter increment. There we go. And then the objective counter increment. So that goes up to 1. And now, since that's up to 1, then that will allow the extraction objective to fire. Because if we just set up all these objectives, if we set up the extraction objective and don't have a continue if, and then basically make a condition to see, this is just complicated. You have to complete this in order to complete the extraction objective, because if you don't, you'll automatically complete the extraction objective as soon as you spawn. Unless you have a different extraction zone, because all your guys are going to be in that zone already. So you have to go out, complete something, then it can be fired, is basically what's going on here. And now I think, yeah, that's all scripted, so now we, target. Now this thing, the trigger you're gonna do for this is escort initiated. Once the escort of the captive actor is initiated, you're gonna do another counter increment. This is going to make it so you basically complete the objective without actually completing it. That's what the target captured counter is for. You increment that by 1. So now technically it's completed, but it hasn't actually been marked off in game, because we want that to fire last. So that'll be later. Okay. Now we do the extraction objective, which goes a little crazy with the continue ifs. Yes, extraction reached. So now the extraction reached, the trigger for that is going to be proximity platoon. The platoon is your platoon, because you're going to the extraction zone. The location is your extraction, whatever it is. Insertion doesn't matter, unless the insertion is the extraction like it is here. And then range 10 meters seems to work best. And now, any responses you do is like basically if one member gets there, it's completed, which you don't want that. You want all your guys there. So we need to do a continue if and get crazy with this. But first, every time you do a continue if, I think you need to do a block preserve, and then at the very end you do a block remove. So, at least so far from what I've noticed, but that's you do that first. Block preserve, then you do continue if, and then you go to edit in query. You go to compare integers. Value 1, you go to query again. You do get current platoon size. You select your platoon. Okay. Then value 2, you go to query again. You go to platoon members at location. You select your platoon again. Select your extraction zone tag. Range, whatever you want, 10 meters works best. And equal to. So now when we finish all that, this reads, continue executing responses if the number of active players on player's platoon is equal to the number of members of player's platoon within 10 meters of the insertion/extraction zone. So basically, as soon as a member of the player's platoon is by the extraction zone, that happens right away, you spawn there, at least in this version. As soon as you go there, this is going to be firing, which is why we have the block preserve and block remove things. But, oh shit, hold on. Yeah, I did it again. I did this every time. You have to, hold on. Because if you just leave that first continue if, that'll be the exact same thing if you have nothing. So, you do another continue if. Instead of setting up all that platoon stuff, first what you do is you do pretty much the exact same thing. You do continue if, go to query, edit, compare integers, value 1, you go to query, then you get counter, then you do objective counter, then you go to value 2, make that 1, and if you have, in this version right here, the kill guards is one objective, the capture guy is a second objective, and return to extraction zone is a third objective. So, only one objective is possible in order to make this fire, because the capture guy objective is that has to happen at the very end, so that can't be completed in order to make this able to fire, and you can't make this fire without completing something else first, so that can't fire. So the highest you could go in this version is 2 other objectives, but right now we only have 1, which is killing the guards, and you want that to be equal to 1. So now, as soon as the objective counter gets to 1, the extraction objective can be completed. So there you go. That's the first continue if. Then the second continue if is the one I did already. I'll just do that again. You go to continue if, query, compare integers, query for value 1, get current platoon size, set your platoon as the platoon it's looking at, value 2, platoon members at location, platoon, player's platoon, location, your extraction zone, range 10. There you go. So now it's basically these 2 conditions have to be met before the extraction objective can fire. So one other objective has to be completed, and all surviving members of the player's platoon have to be in the zone. Jesus Christ, there we go. And now you just add a timer set command, extract complete timer, 3 seconds, and then after that, block remove. There you go. That's extraction. That's an extraction objective scripted. Yeah, this is like scripting. This whole fucking thing is like 3 different things. It's a captive thing, it's optional objectives, and extraction objectives. My God. All right, now we finished scripting that. Extraction complete. And now the trigger for this is going to be the extract complete timer, that we do the same exact thing as the first objective, objective complete, extract obj complete, and then you do an increment objective counter, because this is an objective. where the fuck is it? Counter increment, objective counter. So now after all that happens, the objective timer will be at the objective counter will be at 2, which for this is going to cause script start the end mission thing. Which now we get to the objective check script, which also gets crazy. All right, where the hell am I in my notes? I totally lost. Okay, I found it. All right, now we do the objective check. The trigger for that is, yeah, the objective check timer expires, which, if you remember, we set that to expire 3 seconds after startup. So this is going to fire regardless. And now we add a block preserve. And then we add a timer set. And the timer we're going to set is the same objective check timer. So we're creating a loop, because we want to be constantly checking all the objectives and that stuff. Okay. And then, okay, block, yeah, and then we do a continue if. Continue if, we go to query, compare integers value 1. We're going to go into query again, get counter, objective counter, value 2 equal to 2. So when the value of objective 2 is equal to 2, in other words, when we killed the guards and got back to the extraction zone, then this can continue. And then we add a timer set. This is going to be the end mission timer, which we're going to script that to actually end the mission. 5 seconds is pretty good for this because there is some other stuff going on. Actually, no, for this, it doesn't matter. But for other stuff, for a different variation of this, you'll have to do something with that timer a little bit. Which that'll be next video, because this is I'm already like losing my mind here. Feels like. Now, block remove. There you go. So that's all that scripted. Now comes in the part where it's an optional objective, because all you technically have to do to make the mission complete is get the objective counter up to 2. So you don't have to actually grab that guy and get him. But we want one more thing to fire. We want one more check to go on before the mission ends. So to do that, we do another continue if. Go to query again. Compare integers again. Value 1. Same exact thing as the first one in this block. You get counter. But instead of the objective counter, you get the target captured counter. Which, remember, as soon as we started the escort of that guy, that went up to 1. So now we're getting that counter. And we want that to be equal to 1. So when that is equal to 1, in other words, when we capture that guy, or as long as we have him captured, we can continue after that. And then you do a timer set, timer, the capture target complete timer. Have that be 1 second, because we want that to fire before the end mission timer. And there you go. That should be all that scripted properly. And now, I think all we have to do is script if the guy dies. So if he dies, death actor, choose your actor you want to capture. The response, objective failed, capture target objective. And then, just to be safe, you want to do a counter set. Set the target captured counter to 0. So as soon as that guy dies, you set that counter to 0. So even if you did capture him, you will not get the objective because he died and the counter's back down to 0 now. And it has to be at 1 to start the timer to actually complete the objective. Okay. And now we add one more. the end mission trigger as soon as you do another timer expired trigger for this. As soon as the end mission timer expires, you declare mission complete. Alright. That should be that. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. I guess I'll find out when I try and play the game. So, we'll spawn here, kill these 3 guys. That'll be one objective, which will unlock the ability to complete this objective, but we don't want to do that yet. So we'll kill these 3 guys, complete that first objective, capture this guy, which will bring up the counter to 1. So technically, we've completed that objective, but it hasn't actually been marked off yet. Then we'll take him back, run all the way back here. We'll complete this objective once we get all members of our platoon in there. Then that will bring the objective counter up to 2. That will allow the objective check timer to move past, hit the end mission timer, which will start the end of the mission, but also go further down past that once that block is removed. And then it'll check if the target captured counter is at 1, which it will be since we had that guy captured, which will start the timer for the final objective. So technically, it's optional. And if you want the objective to be completed at the very end, then you have to do it this way. Even if you want it to be like a required objective, and you can make it a required objective. You can just when he dies, instead of doing that shit, you can add you can do a declare mission failed, and it will fail the mission. But technically, you would be able to complete it without doing that. And you could probably do some other stuff too if You might be able to screw around in the objective check thing, where if that counter is not if it's at 0 or something and you haven't captured him, then it'll register a mission failure. It gets weird, but that's basically the capture Papashivili objective all scripted out. And now we'll actually go try this out. Make sure I did it right. This one is much shorter than the first time I recorded it. Not even half an hour yet.
Word just came down from HQ, gentlemen.
Are our objectives: kill the target's guards, capture the target, return to extraction. And we'll just go in with 1 person here. So now we're here. The entire platoon is here, but it cannot go because we haven't completed that objective yet, so this cannot fire. And actually, I'll just quick save right here, just to show you that the mission can be completed optionally, or that other objective is optional. Alright. Wait for this guy to come out. There's our objective, and now, so I don't have to do that again. Now when we go back here, the entire platoon is back here. That's the extraction objective. And that's the mission complete. So that is optional, that objective, the capture the guy. And it has to be in order to have it fire at the very last second. Because it wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense if it doesn't fire at the last second. Because if you capture him, immediately get the objective complete, add a counter and all that, if the guy dies, and it's all of a sudden a mission failure, that's kind of, it's just, you could do it that way, it feels a little unprofessional. And besides, you could just script it out so that if the guy dies, it's an automatic mission failure. But still technically have the mission be able to be completed without capturing him. And the first mission is built. It's basically built around capturing Papashivili. So it's very, very hard to not capture him. Like, it is technically optional. You could kill the camp guys and then secure the caves and just run all the way back and still complete that. But that's not really how the mission's done. As soon as you secure the caves, Papashvili's right there. So you'll just have to keep that in mind if you're making a mission where you could technically complete the mission if you don't capture the guy. And we should be at the extraction zone eventually here. What the fuck? Oh, I put it up way farther. Okay. There you go. Return to extraction. Mission complete. Fuck! What did I do? You're kidding, right? Son of a bitch. Is equal to 1. Set captured target. Oh, wait, did I not script that? I didn't script that oh, fuck. I didn't script that objective to actually be completed. Okay. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I just set the timer to go off. I didn't say what happens after the timer goes off. Okay. Fuck, man. Target capture complete. Okay, now timer expired. Captured target timer expires. Objective complete. Captured target objective. And you don't need to have an increment because the mission's already over by the time this fires. Yeah, I forgot to do that last part. So, yeah. As soon as you're done with the objective check, you have to actually script. You have to actually script what happens after you do the timer there. I forgot to do that last part. Which I think I almost forgot to do that for something else too, but... There we go. Let's do it again quick.
Word just came.
There you go. Objective counter 1. Now we can complete that if we want. But we want to get this guy. And you can see right here there's no yellow on my little thing at the bottom middle. Because this guy, he's basically dead. He's no threat at all. He is captive mode, so he's just gonna stand there and do nothing. Escort him. The target captured counters at 1 now, so when we go back to the extraction zone, that'll trigger the objective check, do all that stuff, which will trigger the end mission timer and trigger the objective complete timer for this guy. And now it should be extraction objective complete, capture this guy complete, then mission complete. And right about at this dark spot here. There we go, return to extraction. Capture the target, there we go. Yeah, I forgot that last little thing to actually have it physically say it up here. That's the last thing I forgot. So there you go, that's that. Holy fuck. So yeah, that's basically 3 objectives that have to be with each other in order to be completed. There are other ways to do it. There's a way There's a way to do that where you can have the guy, once you get to the extraction zone, you can have him panic and then just stay there so you can go do other stuff. But I'll save those variations for another video because I feel my mind starting to melt a little bit. Not as bad as the hour-long version of this shit, but yeah. That's that. I guess I'll do a quick rundown. I guess. I don't know. Hard to do a quick rundown of all this shit. Alright, so yeah, that should be that. Hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, I'll probably also explain a lot of this stuff in the other variations of this. But yeah, that's basically how to copy the Papashivili objective from the first mission. It's pretty complicated. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of conditions and requirements before you can even complete certain things in this. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of notes for it, so hopefully every time I do this, it'll be a little easier to explain verbally. I mean, I can do this. I can do this like pretty easily without talking, but when I actually go to explain it, it just, oh my god. But yeah, that's that. So if you made it here, thank you for watching. If you watch any of my other stuff, thank you for watching that as well. And I will see you in this again pretty soon, where I'll go over other variations of ways you can do this and all that shit. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.